you think Tank was willing to negotiate with you for a Conor Ben fight, but not for the Devin Haney offer?
Well, he wasn't really willing to negotiate. He asked for an offer. We gave him an offer which was $10 million plus upside on gate and pay-per-view. I think he would have made around $20 million for that fight, but he didn't want to discuss it. And the problem is with a lot of these guys, they've got people in their ear that steer them away deliberately from other things for their own interests. So Tank Davis should be taking control of his own business, his own career, and having those conversations and those meetings. If he thinks Conor Ben is an easy fight for $20 million, I mean, I don't know what he's making to fight Frank Martin, but it is also up at 147 pounds, and maybe he's not comfortable up at 147 pounds. So, you know, but I want to see Tank get active as well. All these guys should be fighting 3 times a year.
Which fight would you?
For you, if you can be honest about it, Canelo apparently in PBC should be heading over to Matchroom. It's supposed to be like Ryan Garcia as opposed to Benavidez and probably maybe a Jamal Charlo. In your opinion, a lot of people think that Canelo think is an easier route. Do you think that Ryan Garcia?
Let me tell you something about Canelo Alvarez. The most fearless fighter I've ever met. Trust me when I say Canelo Alvarez will fight anyone, right? He will fight Benavidez, he will fight Charlo, he will fight Munguia, he will fight Berlanga. What he wants is, he wants people that come to fight. What he doesn't want people to do is to come to survive. He was really disappointed with the Charlo fight because Charlo never come to fight. He never came to try and win the fight. And the problem with a fight against a brother, commercially it doesn't work, he probably won't come and try and win the fight either. Munguia is a guy that will come with everything to win that fight. He will put it on Canelo Alvarez, he will stand and fight with him. So will Berlanga, so will Benavidez. So in my opinion, what he doesn't want to do is fight Charlo. He's not interested in fighting Crawford. Crawford's a 147 pounder that's going to move around and try and box in and out of, like, he wants to fight Munguia, Benavidez, Berlanga. He wants to fight young fighters that come to win. So from our position, there's nothing done with Matchroom with Canelo Alvarez. We talk all the time. It would be an honour to bring him back to Matchroom and DAZN. We're going to certainly try to do so. But at the moment, we're just talking. But for everybody that says, oh, he's trying to avoid, look at his resume. He's never avoided anybody. And when he fights Benavidez, which I'm sure he does, that is a huge fight. And we would be happy to talk to Benavidez and try and make that fight with Canelo Alvarez. But what he wants right now is he wants a planned schedule, because clearly he's been messed around, and he wants to get back to fighting and knowing he's fighting, not doing one fight and then the goalposts move and then the opponents move. You know, let's get him back, finishing his career as strong as possible, as what he is, the greatest fighter of our generation.
Which fight makes the most sense right away, Berlanga or Munguia?
The Munguia fight is a really big fight, really big fight. It does tremendous numbers. Really, in honesty, Berlanga probably would ideally have one more to convince you guys that that is a real credible fight. But I'll tell you something about Edgar Berlanga. Mexico, Puerto Rico, he will come in the middle of the ring and he will fight Canelo Alvarez and he will give you a great fight. But I cannot deny that the Munguia fight right now, commercially, is a big fight.
Which fight would you say is bigger? Which fight would you say is bigger and going to sell the most pay-per-view buys? Is it Haney versus Ryan or Canelo versus Munguia?
Canelo versus Munguia it's a massive fight, and you can't compare the numbers. You know, this is Haney Garcia is a brilliant fight. I think he's going to do really well. Canelo Alvarez is, you know, a consistent pay-per-view seller against anyone. You put two Mexicans in together, you put two guys, you know, maybe a country that's a little bit split in supporting the new charge and the king of boxing. You put a guy in with Canelo Alvarez that comes on the front foot, that throws plenty of punches, that only comes forward. You've got an unbelievable all-Mexican war. Not a guy that's trying to...